going on, guys? It's been a really long day, and I honestly don't want to make this video right now, but I said I was going to make this video, so I'm going to make this video. And that's funny because this video actually has to do with exactly what I just said. You know, you guys who want to change your life, you got to change the way you talk to yourself first. I always say this, you're going to have a million things working against you when it comes to wanting to become successful as a young man. And that means the only thing you have working for you is yourself. It's going to be your own mind. That's going to be the only thing you have working for you when it comes to your success. And that's why you have to learn how to fix your language. This is something I had to learn a couple of years ago. Not because I need to learn to become successful, but I need to learn it because I probably wouldn't be here today if I didn't learn how to fix the language I use with myself. Like my inner dialogue, the way I talk to myself. I won't go too into it, but like growing up, dude, I don't come from the best background. I don't come from a good environment at all. I honestly have every reason to fail in life. When I was like 10 years old, I saw one of my family members try to take their life. At 13, I got into drugs and alcohol because that's all I saw in my family. That's all I saw. That's all I knew. I started to become like everybody else in my family. I went down that path for years, and it destroyed me. I stole money to make it happen. I lied. I also got cheated on by girls so many times throughout that. And that drove me even deeper into that dark pit of despair. And at 18, saw my sister pass away. And it was her fault. She was going on a bad path like me, and she ended up drunk driving home one day and crashed into a tree and passed away. And that's when I needed to change the way I talked to myself, because that entire week I contemplated my death. And this is where the men are going to stay and the boys are going to leave. Because real men, they're going to contemplate their death and they're going to truly think about what are they here to accomplish. Boys, they're not going to want to think that way. It's going to be too harsh for them. But to all the men watching this, really think about like, what are you going to do with this one life you have? Because I always had these ambitions. I was probably like you. I had a lot of wishful thinking and I had a lot of ambitions. But I didn't fucking align my actions with what I wanted, with my wishful thinking, with my ambitions. And so I was just another one of those guys who kept saying, I wish I'll make money one day. I wish I'll get jacked one day. I wish I'll accomplish my dreams and move to my dream city and buy my dream car today. I wish this will happen. I hope I'll finally find that good relationship. I hope the trajectory of my life will change one day. And it wasn't until I contemplated my death and realized that nobody, not a single soul, gives a single fuck about your life and where you're going to end up as much as you will. Nobody's going to come make you successful. Nobody's going to come change your life. Nobody's going to grab you out of that pit and pull you out and change you, except for yourself. And the only way to do that is to change the way you talk to yourself. So when you change the way you talk to yourself, you change your thoughts. When you change your thoughts, you change your actions. And when you change your actions, you change your habits. And habits over a long enough period of time eventually change your life. But it all stems from the thoughts. And that, deeper down, let's dig deeper down, that stems from the way you talk to yourself. Like, I'm sure you have a lot of thoughts, right? You're probably like me. You got a lot of wishful thinking. I wish one day I'll post online. I wish one day I'll make $20,000 a month. I wish one day I'll buy a Rolex. I wish one day blah, blah, blah. I hope. Even if you don't use that exact language, it's probably something similar. But it isn't until you change that language to I will make that happen. I will stick to my word. No matter what, I will do what is required. That simple phrase right there, I will change your life. Because most likely you have willpower. But it isn't until you say, I will, do you unlock that willpower. Do you actually give an outlet for that willpower to pour into? Because when you use the phrase, I will, you open up the floodgates for your willpower to come into play into your life and help you make it happen. And I know this sounds so minuscule right now. I know just changing that simple phrase from I wish, I hope to I will. I know it sounds so simple to be true, but I'm telling you right now, if you can change the way you talk to yourself, if you can change the way you coach yourself, because that's what you're doing, you're coaching yourself each and every single day, you're going to change your outcomes in life. You know, we think through the process of talking to ourselves. You pay attention to your thinking all day. It's you talking to yourself. And I want you to understand, you're the observer of your thoughts. Those aren't your thoughts, you're the observer. And so when you observe yourself with wishful thinking, with hopeful thinking, with one day thinking, with tomorrow thinking, with once this happens thinking, you need to observe that and you need to change it to I will. Because once you implement that, you force yourself to figure it out. And the coolest thing about being a human, the coolest thing about having this complex mind that can accomplish so much, I mean, you see the world we have built. Even though you haven't built it, you are still the same type of human being. You still have the same hardware. It's the same people who built this world. So what's the difference? The difference between the winners and losers in life, the difference between the spectators and the game players is the language they use. They talk to themselves with empowering language. They talk to themselves with the phrase, I will. The simple process that I used, the simple process that changed my life about 4 years ago when my sister passed away, is I wrote down my goals. Like for the first time in my life, I actually wrote down my goals, but I said, I will. And one of my first goals was growing that TikTok. I wanted to grow social media following. I know I need to do it. It's 2025. It's the 21st century. If you don't got a social media following, what are you doing? Start posting. I realized the opportunity and I decided to take advantage of it. So I said, I will gain 100,000 followers in 6 months. I had maybe 6,000 at the time just from like dumb posting. But I said I will do it. And I wrote it down. And then I broke that goal down even further into my morning journaling. And every single morning I would open my morning journaling and I said, I will post 5 videos today. I will go live later tonight. I will gain 100 followers today. I wrote down I will. And by doing that, I forced myself to figure it out. And when you are in a life or death situation as a human being, you will figure it out. If your mind, if your body, if you have to do something, if it's like a life or death situation, your body, your mind is built to figure it out. I want you to understand that. You don't even understand the true capabilities of which you have. But I just want you to understand they're greater than probably what you will ever realize. And that right there is empowering thinking. That you're so much greater than you ever think you could be. Like the thing about it being a human is you never know your true potential. It's amazing what it is. And so to me, that I will statement, achieving that goal was like a life or death situation because I said I will. And what I was scared about was saying I will do something and then not following through on it. Which I knew it would destroy my confidence. I knew it would destroy me. But I knew if I wrote down I will and I stuck to it, it would give me something beautiful. It would give me the confidence I needed to go achieve my goals. It wasn't about gaining 100,000. It wasn't about gaining a social media following, gaining validation. It was about sticking to something for the first fucking time ever in my life. And I was only ever able to accomplish that through the statement of I will. And that's just one small example. There's many, many different ways you can fix your language to different outcomes in life. Whenever you run into an area of your life, pay attention to your thinking and understand how it's going to shift your actions that you take, and those are going to shift the outcomes you get. This can go for every area: business, sales, relationships, everything in life. It comes down to the language of which you use. Winners aren't winners because they're winners. Winners are winners because they use empowering language. They talk to themselves like a winner. They coach themselves correctly. They understand the only thing they have working for them is themselves, is their mind. And so they don't allow any negativity in there. I got this funny story. I used to have this bodybuilding coach. And he was in the same gym as like a world-class bodybuilder, like a major Olympian, like top dog. I think it's actually Derek Lunsford or something. Maybe you guys know him. But he kind of made a joke to this Olympian. And the Olympian didn't take it well because it was a bit of like a more negative joke. I can't exactly remember it. But there was something inside that joke that was a little bit disempowering. And the Olympian freaked out because he just couldn't let it inside of his mind. And I want you to understand, to get to the highest caliber, the highest level in life, these motherfuckers, they don't have a single room for error. They don't have a single fucking ounce, a single fucking space for any bullshit to enter their mind. If you read the book, As a Man Thinketh, you will understand every single thought you have is a seed that's planted. Every single thought is a seed that's planted. And any type of power you give it, it's going to grow. And so you guys, you want different outcomes in life. You want to change your life. You want to make a shit ton of money. You want to live your dream life. You want to become the man, yet you don't talk to yourself like the fucking man. So how do you expect for that to happen? You think your wishful thinking is going to get you there? You think your hopeful thinking is going to get you there? Fuck no. It's not. The real winners in life, I've seen them face to face. I've talked to them. You know how incredible their self-talk is? It's insane. It's immaculate. The quality of your thoughts is the quality of your life. And so if there's one thing you want to focus on for success, it's not how, it's who. It's never going to be how you're going to become successful. It's going to be what version of yourself is going to become successful. And if we want to talk about that on the deepest fucking level, it's literally your self-talk. If you can change the way you talk to yourself, and you can make it the most empowering self-talk ever, you can accomplish anything you ever set your mind to. Because again, a million things are going to be working against you in life, and the one thing you have working for you is yourself. So if you can't get your mind, if you can't get your self-talk on your own side every single moment throughout that journey, good fucking luck. Because throughout that journey, your girl is going to cheat on you. She's going to break up with you. You're going to be going broke. Your mind's going to be going negative. Everything's going to be crumbling down. Expect it to be. But then say, I will make it through it. I will make it happen. I will figure it out. Because with that statement, you give your subconscious mind a very powerful desire to come up with a solution for. If you read the book, The Power of the Subconscious Mind, you'll learn about what I'm talking about. But your subconscious mind is the powerful part of your mind of which you are not thinking in. And you cannot think in. You can only access it through a powerful desire. And with the statement, I will, that's power. It's a strong desire. Again, when it comes to a life or death situation, when you have to figure it out, when you will figure it out, when you will make it happen no matter what, and you have that ambition to make it happen, your mind's going to figure it out. You're connected to something so much greater than what you even know. You'll figure it out. If you have to make $10,000 this month and you say, I will, every single moment of the day, you're going to figure it out. I can promise you that. I've experienced it in my own life. So fix your language and you will fix your life. It's as simple as that. I love you guys. I'll catch you guys later. Peace.